morning, guys and gals. Froggy here. I am going to turn those 3 boxes into an H-frame shop press before your very eyes. So let's open them up and see what's inside. What she's going to look like when I'm done. And here are the parts. And just for the fun of it, it's about 12 noon. Let's see how long it takes me to put this together, and that includes photography time. So here we go. Okay, lay out the base and the uprights like that with your bolts, and then bolt them together. I'll show you. It's called the ram ring header. This is the ram ring header. And that's going to go on top. 4 bolts, holes. That's next. You can do this all by yourself. You don't really need a helper. Just think about it first. When you get this ram ring header up there, just catch 1 bolt. Don't worry about the nuts in the beginning. Just catch 1 bolt. That'll take the weight off of it. And then swing it up, catch another bolt, then the 3rd one and the 4th one. And you're going to need a square to square this off. As you can see, it's leaning now. It's not square because I left all the nuts and bolts loose. So now I'm going to square it up and then tighten up all the nuts and bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. This ring header, the spacing, the welding and the dimension actually is a little different from one end to the other end, and I didn't like the way when I tightened up these bolts I don't think it was going to get tight on the uprights without bending this, and I'm not sure whether that would bend or not. So anyway, long story short, I put some flat washers in there to take up the space, so now I should be able to tighten it up without trying to bend these pieces. And I only needed 1 washer on that side, but I needed 3 on this side, so oops, they didn't really get these 2 parallel, and they didn't get them in the correct width for the uprights. But I don't think it's going to affect how the press operates. I just wanted to fix it a little bit, that's all. Okay, Froggy's going to call it close enough. What I've been spending quite a bit of time on is getting the frame square, and I tried using squares like that one and that one, but it was hard to get a good place to measure here to here because we've got this ring head part. It's kind of in the way. So what I did instead was I measured the center of this header. There's a little mark there, and used a plumb bob, and I marked the center down there, and I'm going to call it good enough or close enough. It's not perfectly square. It has to do with where these holes are drilled, I guess, but I think that's going to be good enough. The only other way I could improve on that is perhaps to widen out those holes, or maybe take a piece across here like that and tighten it up, you know, like one of those screen door adjuster things where you turn the thing in the middle and it's on threaded pieces and it tightens up. I could pull it that way a little bit, but this is going to be good enough for now. Anyway, maybe when I square it up perfectly, then I could weld it or something like that. But that took a little bit longer than what I wanted to, so I'm going to tighten up all those nuts and bolts now to pretty good and tight, and proceed. These are the support pins, what they're called, and the press apron. So you want to just put them in there loose and lay this down on top. You know, it goes in like that and goes down like that. And put it down a few holes so you have room to work at the top. Eye bolts go into the ram plate, and these are called arbor plates. That's where you're going to rest your work. And then you take this ram plate and angle it in like that. We can take the springs and hang them on the header like that. It does mention bleeding the jack, the bottle jack, they call it the ram. I think mine's probably okay. If I have a problem, then I'll go through the bleeding procedure and show you how to do that. So this goes on top of the ram plate like so. Now I think we're going to have the tricky part here where that has to be lifted up and the eye bolts have to connect to these springs. I'm certainly going to have to go off camera and use two hands, and I might have to get a helper. Don't know how heavy that jack is going to be, but we're going to raise it up so that the top of the jack rests in this circle right there. Easier way to do this. What you want to do is hook this. Let me get the right name for this. Okay, this is the ram. This is the ram ring header, the ring up there. So hook it up first to the springs. Unscrew the nut on the bottom of the eye bolt to make sure you've got enough space. And then just press down. You only have to press down a little bit. Make sure that the bottle jack is fully compressed, and it should go in there. You can just pick it up and put it in there. And then extend. There's a screw mechanism on the top of the bottle jack. Extend it so that it captures itself in there. See, it's locked in there. So now I can't really pull it out very easily. That's easier than trying to lift the whole thing up, right? So that's it. I just tried. This is the release and the tighten before you pump. So let me just pump it a little bit. I'll show you that it works. What you would do is bring this part up now to whatever distance you need here, and put your piece here, and you would need some dies probably to get to the right size of the bearing or whatever, the bushing or bearing or whatever it is you're pressing, and then you would tighten that up and start pumping. Let's see, oh yeah. And that's how you would press the piece. Now, I'm not going to show you an actual piece because I got a little bit behind on time anyway. But that's it. It's done. It's together. Is it a, fantastic $500 press? No. This was about $100 out the door with the coupon, the Harbor Freight coupon. But I think it's going to be plenty for what I need to do around the home garage. And that's how you put it together. So give me a thumbs up or a like if this helps you out. Subscribe to my channel, Froggy's Garage, if you want more from Froggy. And thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, guys and gals. I'll see you later. Oh, so this took me, I took a lot of time getting it square, getting the frame square. So counting that, probably an hour and a half to put it together. You could do it faster, but I like to go slowly and carefully, and now I just got to figure out where I'm going to put it. Okay, see you later, guys and gals. Froggy out. Bye-bye.